Hello everyone, it's Immortal on Blitz, and today's video I'll be talking about the micro mechanics of proximity spotting and resetting your camo. So I'm just going to keep the replay going in the background. This is going to be a pretty short video. It's just one replay. Um, the main reason I'm showing this replay is because I had this game a couple of minutes ago, and it's probably one of the sweatiest games I've ever had. And I think, well, I don't think, I know I utilize the concepts of both proximity spotting and resetting your own camo pretty decently in this game. So I'll just be explaining what that even means. It's just you might think it's just a bunch of words, but it's really important if you're in a fast tank, such as the AMX30B as I'm playing here. So first of all, let's talk about proximity spotting. I think that's the easiest thing to get out of the way. So basically, if you're within 50 meters, um, of range within one enemy tank, or even like a bunch of enemy tanks, if you're within 50 meters of range, you're automatically spotted. No matter what your camo rating is, no matter what obstacles are there, you're automatically spotted, and you're going to stay spotted permanently until you get out of that 50-meter radius of that enemy. So you guys might see me. Actually, I don't utilize proximity spotting, but you guys will see a moment where proximity spotting does come into play in this game. So, and I'll talk about resetting camo later when it actually happens. So this is your typical run-of-the-mill game so far. We cleared medium side pretty easily because I pushed up on time. I just facilitated an easier push for that T92E1 to just get its shots out. So I make a bit of a mistake here. I really unsure why this Minotauro is turning back for me because, well, I guess it's fair enough, but like most of the enemy team was ahead of him, so I was just kind of surprised that he turned back for me. So I took a shot there unnecessarily. I put up a nice shot into the concept 1B, and you guys are just gonna see me just pop a couple of shots here and there. I pop a nice track shot into the IS-7. But I feel like I'm in a bit of trouble here because most of my team is dying. See, it's a 3v4 now, and this IS-7 got a really good shot into me. So right now I'm just thinking I cannot afford to take another shot from this IS-7. So I just run away, take it a little easy, and due to that, this T92E1 takes the brunt force of the IS-7. So unfortunately he dies, but due to that I was able to pick up a kill shot on the IS-7. Right now, I'm thinking that Contra Caro 1 Mark II is a lost cause. He's low HP and there's two people on him. I get lucky here, by the way. Um, I don't know if I completely won the game because of that, but it really helped me win the game. It helped me win the game easier because it allowed me to take other shots, as you guys will see later on. It allowed me to take other shots. So anytime on Middleburg, if you're put in this kind of position where it's one against many tanks, you usually want to take the high ground. And I know that that sounds very cliche for a lot of shooter games, but taking the high ground really is a very, very important part of many shooter games, and Blitz is not an exception. So I get a nice shot into the concept 1B, and based on the movements of this player, I can just tell that he's just a super aggressive player. He does not care. So I'm thinking that rather than him going hull down here at his ridge and using the concept 1B turret armor to his advantage, he's just going to straight up YOLO me. So I position myself for that YOLO, where my armor is best, which is my turret. My mantlet is the best part. Um, so I position myself here to get another shot into the concept 1B. And right now I can easily take this battle with him. I just made a pretty hard battle with the concept 1B turned into an easy battle with the concept 1B because now I can just out DPM the concept 1B. He simply does not have. I might have one of the worst DPMs for a medium single shot medium tank at tier 10, if not the worst. But I still have enough to clear that concept 1B. So the base captor is sticking to 80, and I'm just thinking right now that I have no time. I have to go in right now and pick up a kill or pick up a reset on anyone, just hopeful of something. And luckily, this TNH, his reaction time was not as good as mine, so I get a nice shot into the TNH. And you guys are gonna see me here. So I've just been spotted a couple seconds ago, right? So after I've been spotted a couple of seconds ago, I'm not in the proximity spotting range at the moment. So um, This is basically what resetting your camo is. So I was spotted a couple of seconds ago. To reset your camo, you have to wait around 10 seconds. And I guess for someone who's played as for a long time, it just sort of becomes an internal clock at that point. But for if you want, you can even count the seconds down. But you have to, but once you get spotted, and this only works if you're outside the proximity spotting range, which is 50 meters. But you have to wait 10 seconds for your camo to reset, meaning I can't see the enemy and the enemy can't see me. And this works perfectly between me and the Minotauro because the Minotauro is a slow tank. So I can take advantage of him not knowing where I am. And since he's slower, I know the general vicinity which he's going to be around, but he really doesn't know the general vicinity that I'm going to be around. So um, you guys are going to see like it's going to tick to that 10-second mark, and the Minotaur is just suddenly going to disappear. You guys will see that here in a couple of seconds. See, the Minotaur disappeared there. So now I've resetted my camo. That was 10 seconds. I've resetted my camo. And at the last at so like the last time the Minotaur has known as of my position, he must think I'm around here. So right now I'm thinking that, oh, this Minotaur thinks I'm around this general location because that's where he last saw me before he disappeared. Um, before he disappeared. So you guys are gonna see me here. I take advantage of that. So I'm thinking that he probably thinks I'm there. So I'm going to take advantage of that and go the other direction. So he's not going to expect where I'm coming from. And that's the biggest advantage of resetting your camo. So now see, like look right here. He thinks I'm there. He thinks I was there because that's where he last spotted me. But because I'm fast, I also reset my camo, I'm able to pop a nice reset into him. And now this game is much, much more winnable, mainly due to base cap. And now and now he spotted me again. And another 10 seconds I'll have to wait. Since I'm out of the spotting range, I have to wait another 10 seconds before I get unspotted from him again. So I go this way at the moment, and then see, he disappeared. I immediately turn back that way. I trick him into thinking this is sort of a mind game. I trick him into thinking I'm going that way, but now I'm gonna enter through the town, and I know he's got off base cap, so there's no risk of me entering through town. So I'm thinking right now that since he thinks I'm that way, that's where he last spotted me. He probably got off the base cap and is moving his tank towards me, and that's why I went through town. And you guys are gonna see me. That's exactly what happened. He was going that way, and now I caught him off guard, and I'm able to get 3 shots in just because of that simple thing. I get another shot here because the building prevents him from traversing easily. And once again, you guys are gonna see me use the um, resetting my camo again. So I'm gonna wait around 10 seconds here. I'm making him think that I'm around this area, that I'm gonna poke this corner. See, he just went unspotted. I'm making him think I'm gonna poke this corner. But what am I gonna do? I'm gonna reverse back so that he still thinks I'm there. And now I'm gonna go in, back through town, and then I'm gonna put a shot into his side and then clear him. You guys are gonna see that. And also, this was the small thing about proximity spotting that I was talking about. So you guys are gonna see. I'm gonna see. I'm within 50. See, we spot each other, and that's because I'm within the his 50-meter radius. So no matter what my camo is, or no matter what my camo rating is, I'm automatically spotted. And no matter what obstacle, see, there's an entire building in front of him, but I'm still spotted because I'm inside that radius. So right now we both know where we are, and I'm just gonna I make sure here a bit before I pop the shot into him, just to make sure that I don't turn right into his gun, just to make sure I'm still tricking him properly. And that's exactly what happened. So the using proximity spotting is a huge mind game, mainly towards the end of the game. And if you're able to utilize this mechanic, you can clutch up a lot of games, mainly in your light or medium tanks, even in your fast heavy tanks like the T95 E6. If you're able to master this in your fast tanks, then you can get even you can get a lot of benefits off it. And it might seem like a really small thing, but this mechanic is a really major part of how light tanks and medium tanks play. Now, one more thing I wanted to mention is that so I talked about how it takes 10 seconds for you to reset your camera, right? So the WZ132-1 has the mechanic, Wargaming has introduced this new mechanic called adaptive concealment. And basically, after leaving enemy spotting range, your tank becomes invisible more quickly in 7 seconds instead of the standard 10. So rather than 10 seconds in my typical AMX30B, it takes 7 seconds for this tank to go unspotted. So that's just a little thing I wanted to say. So yeah, that's all I have to say about proximity spotting and resetting your camo. Proximity spotting, if you're within 50 meters of range of the enemy, a 50-meter radius, no matter what obstacle is there, no matter what your camo rating is, you're gonna get spotted. And resetting your camo, you just have to wait 10 seconds. Considering you're outside the proximity spotting range, you have to wait 10 seconds. Don't and during those 10 seconds, you don't want to enter their proximity spotting range, otherwise you'll be respotted and you have to wait. You have to get out of their proximity spotting range and wait another 10 seconds. But basically, you just wait 10 seconds and then you can just go in like I did and just play mind games with the enemy. Thank you all for watching me nerd out about what these micro mechanics are in Blitz, and have a good